Welcome to Grammy's Protein Kitchen. I've been on a health journey since 2024 and have been able to lose about 70 pounds with the use of a GLP-1 medication. Today, I'm going to make some bone broth. I said that if we like doing that, if we've roasted a turkey and make broth, and then I'll pack it up in packages and freeze it. What I usually use is my pasta pot, and I put everything in the basket part and then put it into the pot, and then I'll cook it down, and then when I'm done, I can just pull all the stuff out and it'll leave the broth in the pot. I may need to strain the broth a little bit, but not too much. So I have in this bowl the carcass of the turkey that we just roasted. So I'm going to throw that in here. And then I also have cut up 2 onions, 2 stalks of celery, and 2 carrots. I'm going to just dump that in there. And I have about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar that I'm going to throw in there. That's supposed to help pull the collagen and stuff out of the bones. So we'll see that. This is just a pitcher of water. It's easier than moving everything back and forth to the sink. So let me just dump this in here. I may need to get some more water out because we want to cover the bones and everything with the... Yeah, I definitely need more water. Let me fill this up again. Okay, before I do that, clunk, let me get a spoon out and break it up a little bit and see, because it was sticking up an awful lot. I didn't get it in there. Good. Let's see. All right. Just judging from where the holes are in the pasta pot part of it, I needed it down farther to make sure it gets covered with water. Okay. There. Now that's pretty much covered with water. Yeah, that's good. So then I will turn the burner on. Gonna bring it up, put it on high until it gets to a boil. Gonna cover it. Not sure where the lid is. This one's a pretty good fit. So I'm gonna bring that to a boil, and then I'm gonna bring it down to simmer, and I'm just gonna let it simmer all day long, and then we'll pull the broth out later. And I'm gonna package it. I've got some silicone freezer containers that are 6 cups. I'll put 6 cups in each container, freeze it, and then once it's frozen, I'll pop it out of the container and vacuum seal the thing of broth, and then I'll have some turkey bone broth whenever I want it. I can use that for anything. I can use it in chicken soup. I can use it in any of the meals that I've made that I've used the chicken broth for. I can use it in anything at all, really anything. I have 4 of the 6-cup containers, and then I have 4 2-cup containers, and I figured if I could make up some 2-cup containers too if I have more than the 24 cups. But I think the 6-cup containers, I think that should fill them. So we'll come back to this later once it's cooked down good, and you'll see some good bone broth. Okay, now we're here with our bone broth, and it's been cooking all day. If we were probably going to stay home a little longer this evening, I probably would let it cook a little longer, but at this point, it's going to be fine. I'm going to take the lid off. And if you remember, we stuck it in the pasta pot. So if I lift this out, I can get all the stuff out of it. Okay, I have a bowl sitting in the sink that I'm going to stick this in, but let me just stick this over that bowl for a minute. And I'll tell you, it smelled good in my house all day with this cooking. Okay. Now, the handles are a little on the warmer side. Let me get pot holders. I'm going to put the broth in my big bowl, and then I'm going to let it cool a bit on the counter before I put it in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow at some point, I'll pack it up to freeze. But I've got a nice big pot of broth. Okay. And there's my broth. And like I said, could strain it through a fine strainer and cheesecloth and that kind of thing. But I'll probably just leave it with the little pieces of stuff in it, because if I don't usually just drink it just so. I make soup or whatever with it. So it'll be fine with little pieces in there. But if you want to strain it, you're welcome to do that too. So like I said, I'm going to let this cool on the counter before I put it in the refrigerator, because this is very, very hot. So that's how you make bone broth. And if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you.